Hey guys, so we're down here where I got all the coyote sets and whatnot, and I'm going to try something different I've never tried before. I'm going to show you guys kind of what my mind was working last night and what I've been thinking about, and I'm going to give it a try and see how it works. But I want to get on here and show you guys what I'm going to be trying, and we'll kind of get to see if it works together, if that makes sense. But this is what I'm thinking. So this is that skunk that I caught yesterday. And I cut most of the fat off that I wanted to keep. I kept the skull, the fur, the essence, and all that stuff. But I'm going to utilize this carcass since I don't use the meat in any of my recipes. So I'm going to use this carcass. A lot of times I like to try to make a bobcat set with it. And what I had in mind is I have a little 4-inch extension cable that I have made. Both ends are adjustable on this. And I put one end behind his front legs, and I'm going to wrap this around a tree or a stump or something like that, and I'm going to cinch this other end on his back legs. So essentially I'm going to cable this to a stump or something so they can't carry it off. And I'll show you guys what else that I'm going to be doing with this set. Alright guys, so this is going to be one of those experimental sets I'm going to put out just kind of to see what happens. This is a thought that was going through my mind last night, and I kind of just not really drew out the set, but it was in my mind, and that's what I decided I want to do today. So we're going to see how this works. And this is definitely a I would say thinking out of the box type set, especially for me. I'm sure somebody out there's done something pretty similar, but I've not anything I've ever seen, but this is definitely thinking out of the box for me. So I put the skunk up in there. There's this big log here. I cabled it to that log to where nothing's going to pull that off without taking that log with it. And I completely boxed that in, kind of like a cubby set. Completely boxed it in to where you can't see it from above or the sides. The only thing visible is right here on the front. So whatever it is going to have to be in front of it to see it. And that's why I wanted it. And I'm going to put my traps right here. And this is kind of the setup that I thought about last night. So I was thinking about putting 2 of my Duke 650s right here. And normally I would attach each swivel to the same anchor. But I thought with the way I was going to do this, I needed them a little farther apart. So what I did is I took, I can't remember what this is, it's like 14 inches of chain. And I connected the traps with it. You can see with a swivel. So I got the swivel here and the swivel here, and then I connected that chain, and then the same thing here. It's connected to the swivel, and I got a swivel at the base plate on this trap as well. So on this main chain there's 4 swivels, and then I connected the anchor right in the middle with another swivel. And this is going to be in the ground, and this is going to be right in the middle, you know, like that underground. And then I can have one trap up here close to it, and then I can put the other trap back here. So if something's just here wanting to check it out, I have a chance to catch that. But also if they get up close, I have a chance to catch them there. And I'm going to put like one on this side and one on this side. So they're not going to be in a line, they're not going to be in the middle. I'm going to have one about where that rock's at, and then one down here. So when I get this completely done, I'll show you guys what it looks like. Like I said, this might work, it might not. In my mind, it's gonna work great, but who knows? We'll see. So right now, this is what we're looking at. I got one of my 650s here, one there, and there's the skunk. So this one, I did have over that way a little bit more, but I couldn't because there's a huge rock in there that I can't get popped out. So I moved the trap over about another 3 inches. So now it's more centered, but I think it'll work. But yeah, I got one up there and one here. And these are probably about 14, 15 inches apart. So I really do like the way this looks. Like I said, this isn't going to be a set you're going to put in probably a whole lot, because this is more of a time-consuming set than just throwing in a dirt hole. But I think for targeting bobcats, this is going to be a pretty good setup. And and I'll kind of show you guys what it's going to look like at the end. But I just wanted to show you how I have my traps before I get them all covered and stuff. Yes, I'm going to cover the traps, but I just wanted to let you guys see it. I'm going to cover all the chain, and all this is going to be covered, so I'll show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so it's done. I'm going to let you guys see what it looks like, but I'm also going to tell you why I chose this location. So if you see up there, we got tall grass up on top of these hills and everything. There's a big thicket up in there. There's a thicket down in there. And right here, we're just kind of down bottom. I got a coyote set right there that I put in the other day. There's this little log pile. Like I said, there's a few of these through here. And I decided to take this last one because of all the trees and the thickets that are in there. Those thickets are usually where the cats are going to hang out, and they like to they like to inspect things before they just go into it. You know, I was telling somebody a couple days ago, you know, I'm not claiming to know a lot about bobcats or anything like that, but I know, like, people that thermal hunt and stuff, when you watch them hunting coyotes come blaring in. They're ready to go, kind of like a bull in a china shop. They just come in ready to go. The cats, they stay out on the tree line and they kind of glass around and look around what's going on before they just come in. They're a little more curious, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say so much cautious, but curious. They kind of want to see what's going on before they just go in. As in a coyote, you know, they'll just blow in there and ready to take on whatever's there. So cats, from what I've experienced in my time, like to kind of stay in the thickness of things. And that's kind of why I chose this area, because it's kind of surrounded by trees and whatnot. So this is the location. If you can see, I have some yellow and blue tinsel I bought, and I just tied it up here. It's up high. It's probably about 4 foot off the ground, and it's off-centered. It's not right above my set. It's not behind it or in front of it. It's off-centered, because this, I want it to catch their eye and make them kind of want to come close and check it out, and then they'll smell this, or they might even see the carcass. Here, as you can see, there's huge rocks everywhere, so I kind of use that to my advantage. I put these here to kind of keep them from coming in this way. So it's still kind of open. It's not like a cubby set. This is more kind of open, but I have a trap here and have a trap there. The skunk is up there. So here's kind of a down low cat's view of it. That's kind of what it looks like. I didn't worry about blending it in super hard, but I did throw some grass and stuff on there. And you can guide cats a little better. A lot of the cat trappers that I've watched on talked to and all that stuff, the demos I've seen, they kind of said, you know, they're not afraid to guide cats a whole lot more than a coyote. Because cats, you know, they're cautious. They are not cautious, they're curious. They want to go look at that stuff, and they'll kind of step over things and want to look around. Coyotes, not so much. That's just my experience. Like, the people I've talked to and stuff, that's kind of what I've gotten from it. But this is how I did this set, and we'll see how successful it is. Hopefully we do catch something here in the next couple of days. That'd be kind of cool. So I appreciate it, guys. So this is kind of funny. I just got done making this set, and I went to pick up my tools. This is my driver that I bought 2 seasons ago, I think. You see how crooked that is now? That wasn't like that this morning, I don't think. I think I just did that doing that set. So, interesting. Yeah, we got some rocky ground here. Hey guys, I forgot to tell you guys, I just got done making that 2-trap bobcat set. I didn't make a bait hole or anything like that because I had that skunk, but I did put some of my Trapper's Gold liquid on the skunk to give it a nice fresh like skunk smell pop, to kind of reach out. And then I put a little bit of my Digger 360 liquid bait up underneath the skunk to give it a very strong smell, to kind of just have that smell to carry even farther.